good morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm John Jones. I'm the Community Services Director. It is indeed a pleasure to finally arrive at this memorable day. We've been all waiting a long, long time. I'd like to, at this point, introduce Jacob Chung, Eagle Scout of Troop 586, who will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you can come forward, thank you.
Would the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors? Color guard attention. Color guard advance. Prepare to post colors. Post colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All those in uniform salute. All others place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. You may be seated.
Thank you so much, Scout Troop 586. I'd like to again welcome everyone for coming today. This is again a really fantastic day. I get the opportunity to introduce some of our dignitaries here today. I'd like to introduce present today Mayor Pat Fury, Councilman Gene Barnett, Councilman Jeff Rizzo, Councilman Mike Griffiths, Councilman Kurt Wiedemann, Councilwoman Heidi Ashcraft. Just pausing, see if our other councilman's on his way. He's at the farmer's market, so he said he was going to be here. Oh, so as he's running to the ceremony, we'll let him. Bring him on in, folks. Councilman Tim Goodrich. That's an entrance right there. I'd also like to welcome and introduce former Mayor Frank Scotto. I have former Councilman Tom Brewer, and he's here for Assemblyman Dave Hadley. Thank you. I'd like to also mention we have Leroy Jackson, our city manager, is here today. I usually look towards the rear. That's where I find him. I also have Don Lee is here today, representing the Board of Education for the Torrance Unified School District, as well as a former city council member, as well as a former Parks and Rec commissioner. Many hats worn today, Don. Thank you for coming. I'd like to introduce Damon Rice, ExxonMobil, and also Barbara Graham. Barbara. And again, they donated the wonderful refreshments in the back. I'd like to, I'd like to introduce my Parks and Recreation Commissioners that are here today. I have Chairman Robert Baxter. I have Commissioner Karen Greenberg. And is that all I have today, Commish? All right, we got them covered. I'd like to have all the commissioners that are City of Torrance commissioners please stand and receive an applause. All commissioners. Again, this spectacular day brings out also representatives from our public safety team, our fire and police departments. Thank you so much for coming today. I would like to, at this time, ask our mayor of the fine city of Torrance, Mr. Mayor Pat Fury, to come forward and say a few words.
Thank you, John. Good morning. A little louder. This is a park. Good morning. We can use our outside voices here. It's my pleasure to be here for such a fantastic occasion. On behalf of all of my colleagues on the Torrance City Council, I want to welcome each of you to the new Pueblo Park. Pueblo Park has been a part of the city of Torrance since 1945, with additions taking place in 1969 and 1971, with the playfield and the nearby Pueblo Recreation Center. Land acquired in 2001 gave the city more space to expand and improve the park, but it was a long road to seeing the work completed. And Mayor Scotto was introduced, Councilman Brewer was introduced. There was a number of elected officials that worked towards this. The present mayor and the present city council are just the ones that are here when it's happening. I want you to remember, it's been a long road for a lot of people. The project had been planned and hoped for and needed for so very long. And it's an honor to be here to actually see it come to fruition. Getting Pueblo Park from where it was to what you see today takes time and resources and the hard work of a lot of people. I want to thank and acknowledge some of these people for their parts in this project. Obviously, my fellow members on the City Council, those who served previously on the City Council, members of the Parks and Rec Commission, and those who served previously on the Parks and Rec Commission. This has been a long time coming. This is more than a decade that we've been looking to do just this. Community Service Director John Jones and his entire Community Services Department, thank you so very much. Thank you very much for having the vision to be able to do this. The project manager, Diane Mergadesian from General Services, we couldn't have done it without the help from that department as well. And then there's the architect, Philip Stevens of Land Concerns Limited, Phil Carter of Malibu Pacific Tennis Courts, which did the construction work. And don't forget, Supervisor Don Kanabe from Los Angeles County for his very generous grant, which really helped to make this come to an end. Damon Rice, Community Affairs Manager from ExxonMobil, and of course, Barbara Graham from ExxonMobil, and all of the staff at ExxonMobil and ExxonMobil itself for helping us put this together. They're very generous donation. Karen Scholar and Charlene Tayara as the artist who conducted the painting workshops. Thank you also to George Collins, who installed the beautiful tiles, allowing us to have art in the park produced by the community. And Ruben and Irene Ordez. Begged for it, met with us many times, and when I say us, it's the entire council, the previous mayors, Parks and Rec, all of those people I introduced, they met with and asked for this. 30 years, that's all. And it's because of that, that's how we got here. We appreciate all of your efforts. And that of the entire community, because the Pueblo is an important part of Torrance, and it's important that we provide the recreational services for the children and the adults and the seniors of this area. We appreciate all your efforts in helping to redesign the park, to make it work best for the needs of the community, and much thought went into the design and development to make the most out of the space and the resources to get what we have now. A great park with a grass play area, a walking path, new restrooms, refurbished basketball court, the lighting and fencing, and of course a bright and engaging play area for the children. And with a nod towards conservation, measures have been implemented that include using recycled and reclaimed water for irrigation and drought-tolerant plant materials. We like to say that Torrance is a balanced city. It refers to the balance between the industrial, commercial, and residential aspects of our city. A large part of what keeps that balance on the residential side is being a city that maintains 275 acres of parkland. space where people can meet and get outside and simply play. That's what makes me happiest about being here today, giving the children and families of this community a place close to home where they can play. George Bernard Shaw said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." Remember that. Keep playing, play in Pueblo Park, stay young like Ruben and Irene. It's my hope that the people of this neighborhood will play here for many years to come. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here today. Let's get on with the program, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Again, inspirational words, I think, for us. It has been a long journey, and I'm just delighted to be able to be here today to celebrate this with the entire community in the city. I want to thank, and I want to actually ask forward, it's my privilege to ask Mr. Damon Rice with ExxonMobil. He's the Public and Government Relations Manager, to come up to the podium and share a few comments.
Trevor, it's certainly my pleasure to be here today, and on behalf of ExxonMobil, we're thrilled to be included in this celebration. Been your neighbor and business partner for more than 85 years. This is a great thing to see come to fruition. I'd like to thank the mayor, city council, city manager, and John. I really appreciate your persistence and your partnership on helping to make this happen. We did a lot of good work over the past year to make this happen. But again, all for the benefit of the community, and as noted earlier, a very long-term desire for the residents here. So on behalf of our manager, Brian Ablett, and all the men and women of the Torrance Refinery, congrats on the new amenities to this park. We hope this brings you together as friends. We hope this provides children a safe and happy place to play, and will provide memories, happy memories for the community for years on end. Thank you.
I also wanted to take this opportunity to call out a special thank you to Mr. Lee Ibarra. Thank you, Lee, for all the hard work you picked up and helped Ruben and Irene make this dream a reality. And I know we've had several calls over the years to try to make this happen. I want to thank you for your persistence, too, and your patience. For our last speaker today, I would like to invite up to the podium our star, Mr. Ruben Ordaz, who is one of the many residents of the community who continue to work diligently with the city on pursuing this dream of a park. So Ruben, if we can have you meander up here, we'll help you.
My glasses, because
Glasses, Graham?
I got them. Here, hold that. Good morning, everybody. I never thought we had that much people here. My God, it's lovely to see all these people. Okay. No, good morning. It's my pleasure to share some brief contrast toward the dedication ceremony, the dream of a new Pueblo Park, with our community starting over. It says 10, but I think it's about 40 years. Well, I've been here 85 years, 86, and we finally got it done. I am proud to have this wonderful park for our community that will be used for our children and grandchildren, and I want this opportunity to personally thank some important partners for this. First, I want to thank the City Council, the Parks and Recreation Commission, and the Community Services Department for the support and park. Huh? Louder? Okay, okay. All right. And I want to thank my wife, Irene. She's a big pusher. She worked a lot. And Mr. Lee Barra, oh, there he is. Okay. And for their assistance and to see this team come to. Best of all, I want to thank the entire community for their patience and their involvement for the development of this park, as this is a park that will be benefit for our kids and generations to come. I thank thank you for following me to part of the desecration ceremony. Thank you very much. Okay. I can't run. I can't run. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you keep the speed.
That's what happens when we get old.
Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
Take your time. Take your time. Thank you so much, Ruben, for all you and your team has done over the years to improve the quality of life for the entire community. I'd like to ask at this time if I could have Tom Brewer come forward representing Assemblyman David Hadley.
Thank you, John. If we can have the Torrance City Council come up, I'd like to present a proclamation from Assemblymember David Hadley to the City Council and City of Torrance. Assemblymember David Hadley is very sorry he couldn't be here today, but he's back east visiting his son in college. So I was able to fill him in before he left about how important this park was to the neighborhood. And I know when I was on the City Council, all those years working to get this completed, I'm so happy to see it done this time. It's a great job, and I know Assemblymember David Hadley is very sorry you couldn't see this today. But next week when he comes back, I'll make sure we drive by. So anyway, on behalf of Assemblymember David Hadley, I'd like to recognize the City of Torrance and congratulate them on the opening of Pueblo Park today.
Now that I have the council up here, we're going to the ribbon. Now that I have the council here, I was saying we're going to cut the ribbon and open the park officially. So I'll take the council over to the ribbon, and they've highly skilled at this ribbon cutting ceremony. If the community would like to fill in behind, then we can have the ribbon cutting. So Ruben, come on up. Other side facing.
They want the sun. They should come on this side.
Yeah, well, you tell them it next time. I know. Okay, so I know it's limited, but you know you'll position yourselves appropriately. Oh, look at you. Well done. Ruben, come on over here.
Okay. So they don't drop.
Come right over here, facing this way. Mr. Ibarra? Okay. Mish, why don't you come right over here? Mr. Ibarra? Lee? Hi. Is Lee here? Lee? 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 Okay, come on over there. Okay. You want to go right over here? Lee, you can go over by Lee can go by commissioner or go right over here, however you want to play. This right here. He likes it there. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cut the ribbon. Now, please keep it snug, and we are ready to go. Your Honor.
How many pictures are we going to take before I do it?
As long as it works, Your Honor, I don't care how many.
You want to do a countdown? Or?
All right. Yeah. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Yes! Yes! Fantastic! Welcome to Pueblo Park, everyone. Thank you so much.